Hello, anyone that's still living in the 1970s. We interrupt your day to bring you this announcement. Husker Ninja is in the building. Alright guys, we are here today with a brand new series on the channel, and this is going to be an NCAA 14 simulation dynasty. So, I went and I asked on my Discord earlier today, would you guys be interested in seeing something like this? And overwhelmingly the response was yes. In fact, I think I got about 4 responses and they all said yes, we would be interested in seeing that. So, based on those 4, we're going to do it. And I'm starting this here just because I think it'll be easier to record and edit for me probably. And so that should hopefully mean I can also maybe condense the videos more. And so the video length will not be as long just because, you don't need to see everything that happens. There won't be any actual gameplay. We're only going to simulate the games, and I'll show the box score and the stats. And I'm just hoping this means maybe I can find at least something to upload more consistently, even when I happen to be busy, when school starts back up in the fall and whatnot. And so I'm just thinking this is something that all I need to do is sit down, record for about an hour. I'm doing live commentary right now, actually. This year I thought we would do live commentary since it's not, like the broadcast of a game, and this way you can get my genuine reactions when we get recruits and whatnot. And so I just figured this would be something that it'll be easy enough for me to record and edit down to the important stuff. And hopefully that means I'm able to upload them more. So we're going to try sticking with this series for now. We're going to go ahead and get started right here by looking at our coach. We've created our coach. It is head coach Caleb Reynolds. Just a made up name I had. I don't know. I wanted to come up with a name. We started him at level 3 just so that I could be able to scout everyone all the way. Since this is going to be a recruiting-based series, obviously, you have to recruit to rebuild your team and do well, and we're not even going to play the games. So it's based on their attributes, which comes from, hey, are these players any good? Do they scout out okay? And so that's why we're starting level 3, just so that we can scout all the way. We got nothing else done. And I have the progression just set to the default, so I think it's normal maybe. Now we're going to hop into redshirt players, and for the most part it'll just be we will redshirt any freshmen who aren't going to play. There might be some upperclassmen here and there who I'm going to be okay with redshirting. Like Carrion, who would be a 4th wide receiver. Actually, no, we'll redshirt Price and Carrigan probably. We'll redshirt both of them just because they're kind of buried and won't play very much. We'll leave Harrell as the 4th, and we'll redshirt Jonathan Moore because he's a freshman. Can't redshirt there. We will redshirt Eddie Brecht at left tackle. I really like to redshirt linemen. You can see it's a junior and they're the same overall, so we'll let the junior play and we'll redshirt our sophomore there. We will do the same thing here. Nate Warnock is going to be redshirted in favor of Connor Shinsky, the junior. And then, if Shinsky ends up not being as good next year, he won't start. But this way we just save eligibility on the line. And that leads to us not having to focus heavily on the line as we try and get talent in at skill positions. And Theo Majette, he's just buried on the depth chart, so we're going to redshirt him, let him save a year. Oh, great, no left outside linebackers, huh? That's going to be problematic. Sorry, we're going to play probably one of those guys at left, and that'll be fine. Redshirt the 2 freshmen here. And we'll redshirt Parker, I suppose. No, we don't need a redshirt. We'll just redshirt Jamal Parker. And I'm going to assume there's no one there to red shirts. Alright, so before we hop into recruiting, we're going to take a look, and I'm going to explain my recruiting strategy here real quick. So I like to do, because I think it's a fun challenge, but it's also not impossible. As I like to say, set recruiting limits to only your home state, in this case Ohio, and the neighboring states. So for us, that means we can hit Ohio, Pennsylvania, Indiana, Michigan, West Virginia, and Kentucky. Not too bad. We have a nice base there. Alright, so what we're going to do now as we get ready to hit recruiting is we are going to look for prospects at those states I mentioned. So Indiana, anyone who's interested in us, is we're going to try and build a really nice recruiting base. To have us in the top 10, we will definitely be interested in taking a look at them. You can see there's no one from Kentucky really who wanted to come. None that exciting from Michigan either. But, that's okay. So now we can look Ohio, and we'll take all the 3 stars. Oh, we also need fullbacks, so if they have fullbacks with interest in us, that is nice, but I'm not really seeing any other. Here's another one right here. And now we're going to hit Pennsylvania, take a look at the 3 stars. And so now what I like to do is I like to look and see if in these states there are anyone who's like a 4 or a 5 star who's got pretty high bonus points for us that maybe we can have a chance to go after and steal. And you can see we have 4 people left we will be able to scout. And so that's who I want to fill for the final 4 spots. Alright, you can see right here, still looking at Michigan. We're going down into the 3 stars, but that's okay because right now I think they're a pipeline, but we might lose them. And we found this defensive end by the name of Aaron Moore. You can see we got A-, B+, bonus points. So we'll go ahead and throw him on the board. You can see right here we got a 3-star linebacker, Joe Doucette. He starts as a 70, and I would like this other A to be second, but we can at least throw him on the board. It can't hurt to take a look. Alright, we got another linebacker this time. Both of his first 2 interest points are A's, and so we're going to throw him on the board as well. And you can see a 5-star athlete from Pennsylvania. Playing time, that's an A+. We got proximity to home and conference prestige. This guy's probably going to be a little bit of what we can call a pipe dream, but it can't hurt to throw him on the board and take a look. Alright, here we've got another athlete from Pennsylvania, Robert Wallace. He's someone else we can potentially take a look at. Maybe he'll get overlooked as well and we'll get lucky. Can't hurt to take a look. Alright, so now that we have our point shoes, we're going to start scouting. Anthony Parker, not interested. That's a bust. That sucks. Ben Lewis, not too impressed either. So our first 2 targets, not looking too good, but we'll keep Lewis on there for now because he is a 62. Alright, James Van, I like to see that up 471, not too shabby. Andrew Mills, also acceptable. Dennis Gray. Alright, we do need a center, so he's prime target for someone to look at. Jermaine Gallagher, 64, we'll keep him on the board. I don't like that man coverage very much, though. It was 72 man and 65 zone, that might be okay. But then again, I'm not playing either, so what do I really know? How much that's going to affect it. J.R. Brown, a defensive end. Get off of my board. It's 49? Dude, you're terrible to begin with and you're a bust? Yeah, no thank you. Another 62 quarterback, so we'll take a look at both of those guys later in week 1. I need 2 fullbacks. I don't care if you go down 10. I mean, I would care, but you're getting recruited no matter what. Still 63, that's not terrible for a fullback, even though it is a bust. James Thompson, alright, I like seeing that +6. That's something I can work with. Mike Clemens, we're not going after anyone below a 60, sorry. Derek Singletary, also someone acceptable to look at. Fred Haley, 62 carrying, not a huge fan, but we'll keep him on the board for now. We can always redshirt him. Danny Latimer, also a 62, but under 60 carrying and 74 excel. Not doing it for me, sorry. Aaron Moore. There you go. Finally, we got a gem. Aaron Moore. He's going to be toward the top of our list now, I think. Joe Doucette, also 74. Wonderful. Love to see that. Josh Ralph, 71. All right, perfectly acceptable. Nicholas Wilson. Nicholas Wilson. I really like this guy, but we're probably not going to get him, but that doesn't mean we aren't going to try. Robert Wallace. That's also acceptable. He'd be a pretty good quarterback, actually. 82 throw power, 80 accuracy, 90 speed, 90 excel. He would probably be a quarterback. And so we'll stick with these guys for now, and I'll go ahead and I will see you guys for week 1 recruiting. And that will do it for me, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great day, everybody.